in the shop working on the 69 Chevelle today. If you haven't seen it, it's been in the background of a lot of our videos, but we're taking a quick break from working on the Camaro and putting some time in working on the Chevelle. Today, I think our culprit's gonna be this Throwout bearing. So I've actually got the transmission out and on the bench. That went pretty uneventfully, so it wasn't too bad, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a quick just roundabout of the Chevelle, and then we'll get to work at the bench. All right, so here she is, the 69 Chevelle. This is a Yenko Tribute car owned by our good friend and team owner, Richard. She's kind of snug in here with the bus. It's taking up a lot of space these days, but we got it up on the lift. As I said, I got the transmission out and on the bench. That's a Muncie 4-speed. It's the GM 69, so it's a 10 spline, which is pretty neat. So that's pretty simple. This is gonna be a relatively easy fix, but this car is in really good shape. It doesn't need all that much. So once we get that throwout bearing fixed and figured out and the transmission back in, should be good as new. So we are gonna go work on the bench. All right, so calling it a bench is a little bit generous. Got our trash can here with our door, but it's working well. Got the Muncie 4-speed. This is the transmission out here. I'm just gonna do a little bit of cleaning. We've got our 10 splines. This is the pilot bearing shaft. So I'm gonna clean this up with some brake clean. I have a little plastic brush down here. Just get that ready to go. I've got my new center force. This is the new throwout bearing. This is the old one. Just taking a closer look at this. It's got some wear on the inside. This is getting a little sharp on the inside there. And you can kind of see some scoring. It's just getting old. It was kind of hanging up on the shaft. So ready to go. We'll put the new one in. The new one is all nice and greased. Once I get this cleaned up, I'm just gonna grease that up and we should be good. So let's get to it. So the splines are all clean, everything's ready to go. I just went over them with a quick Brillo pad and then used a little bit of grease. Just not too much, just a little bit. So this is the new throwout bearing, nice and shiny. I'm just gonna test fit this, make sure everything looks good. It goes on nice and easy. So that's great, so this is self-centering. So I'm actually gonna take this back off, and the next step is gonna be to put this in the clutch fork, and then we'll actually put the transmission on, and then the shaft will slide through the new throwout bearing. So I'm gonna put this away for a moment, and we'll head on over to the car. All right, so we're back here under the car. You can see the clutch fork coming through here and the clutch through there. So I've got my new throwout bearing down here. So this is gonna fit in. This has a little flat spot here. So that just keeps it from rotating too much within the fork. And then the fork has these little clips. I'm gonna clip that in there so it doesn't move around too much, and then we can put the transmission back in. So that job's done. That wasn't too bad. We've got the throwout bearing up and ready to go. The next step will just be to toss the transmission in. I need an extra set of hands for that one to lift it over my head. So we're gonna go ahead and do that off camera, but thanks for joining us for this. It really wasn't too bad. This is all the bolts we use just to get the transmission out. So it's a fairly simple job, nothing too crazy. So it's nice to work on a street car for a couple of minutes. It's fun to work on. And this is a really cool car. We love the 69 Chevelle. So thank you guys for joining us for this process. This was really fun. If you want more of this kind of content, go ahead and follow us on YouTube. Check out our Facebook page and our Instagram. Everything's Britt Taylor Racing and Renegade Rides. So thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your support.
Hey guys, it's Eric at Britt Taylor Racing. If you're not using Evans waterless coolant in your car, then you should be. Evans has no water, and no water means no corrosion, which saves the inside of your engine, including your water pump and your radiator. You don't have to worry about it. You can park your car for weeks or months at a time, and nothing will happen to your engine. As well, it doesn't boil until 375 degrees, and it's NHRA approved at all NHRA tracks and venues. So head on over to evanscoolant.com and use the discount code GOBRIT to save money. Get yours today.